I don't want this.
Recording is on.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. Adequate notice of this meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by transmitting the meeting notice to the official newspapers, providing a copy of the agenda to the newspapers, and posting a copy of the agenda at Borough Hall. Would everyone please rise for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if we could take a moment standing, a moment of silence for our military that are overseas and protecting us here and abroad, and wishing them well and safe return, and thankful for what they do to support us here in this country. Thank you. Roll call, please, Samantha.
Councilmember Bernhardt, Councilmember Doherty,
Here.
Council President Etech,
Here.
Councilmember O'Brien,
Here.
Councilmember Updike,
Here.
Councilmember Warner.
We're gonna open up with the public hearings on ordinances 953. It's an ordinance of the Borough of Frenchtown, County of Hunterdon, State of New Jersey, repealing chapter 4-5 of the Borough Code titled Filming Permit and replacing with a new chapter 4-5 also titled Filming Permit, authorizing filming within borough limits. So would anyone like to speak on behalf of the film, AKA the Film Ready Ordinance is how we've referred to it in previous meetings? Okay, hearing no comments, is there? Oh, I didn't open the public.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Thank you. John, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Sam, roll call?
Councilmember Doherty,
Yes.
Council President Etech.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes. Okay. Ordinance number 554, regulating the salary and wage for borough employees for 2026. Is there anyone that would like to comment on ordinance 954? Okay, hearing none, we will close the public comment on ordinance 954. Ordinance 955, providing for the Creek Road Improvement Project by and in the Borough of Frenchtown in the County of Hunterdon, State of New Jersey, the borough appropriating $410,000 therefore, including a grant from the State of New Jersey Department of Transportation, and authorizing the issuance of $214,582 in bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the costs. Would anyone like to speak on behalf of ordinance 955? Okay. I will close the public hearing on ordinance 955 and then open the public hearing on ordinance 956, which is an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriations limit to establish a cap bank. Are there any public comments on ordinance 956? Okay, I'll close the public hearing on ordinance 956 and then open the public hearing on the 2026 municipal budget. Would anyone like to speak on behalf of the municipal budget? Okay, hearing no comments, I will close the public comment on the municipal budget and move to the public comments for those of you in the audience, and ask that if you are speaking that you limit it to 5 minutes per person. Would anyone like to address the council this evening?
Barbara Bristow, 6 River Mills Drive, interim chair of the Environmental Commission. And maybe I should mention this when we were talking about the Creek Road Improvement Project. Is there any schematic plans or anything that the environmental commission could look at regarding this project?
We can connect you, with Borough Engineer Bill Burr and see if there's something for you there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other public, oh,
Thomas Leone, speaking on behalf of my parents Luigi and Joan, 23 Ward Street. First question, what is the status of the Thompson tract?
the status of the Thompson tract is that we have no further movement on that, and we are still in discussions on where to proceed.
Okay, this comes up because we are beginning to have a problem with people accessing that Thompson tract by using my
Your
parents'
yard.
property.
Okay,
I have a letter here to prepare, just the formal notification from them that nobody is to use the access at the corner of Hilltop and Ward. That is private property. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
I have handed a variation of this to Chris a while back. This is a newer one. You know, we've actually had some damage, done a lot of garbage. Actually had my brother chase kids off there with fireworks. I understand, you and I talked, we couldn't, you know, you can't have a patrolman sit there all the time.
right.
We understand that. So we're just gonna do that. You may see a fence put up over there. We do respect JCP&L has a 78-foot right of way through there because of their power lines. So, but just, you know, so the borough was notified and everything that, you know, we are gonna take some action on our part and where we stand.
I would prefer that you call the police, obviously, you know, when someone's there, don't be afraid to call and just.
Yeah.
Just say the person, you think you're trespassing and let them go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, my parents, being of their age, don't get up there that much. We've cleaned up the stuff. My brother just happened to keep those people there. We are there, my brothers and I are there sporadically, you know, and then none of us still live at home, but we're in and out, and we're just kind of trying to prevent the damage being done over there and, you know, just protect their property.
Is it littering or are they
There
doing
was some
construction
littering.
of property?
There's some, just where people, vehicles and everything,
Oh, okay.
and running and everything, so we're just trying to,
Mhm.
you know, we're gonna mitigate that. We're not gonna put up anything major. I might put a roll snow fence there just to,
Yeah,
dissuade,
Mhm.
which I will do a setback, so it's not directly on the property. Well, you know, we have a buffer there, but, you know, like I said, it's, you know, they got a little bit upset. My brothers and I discussed this and we felt, between all of us, this is what we wanted to do at this time, just so, you know, we could, you know, preserve that, not have that all rutted up and everything, and, you know, it gets to be a little bit messy up there in that corner.
yeah, we certainly don't want people riding around up there and running it up too, or trashing
Yeah,
it, so.
So to be clear, there's
But,
more
yeah,
activity
Ken
there,
was-
it has nothing to do with any action the borough took.
Yeah, no, well, that's why I asked what the status was. You know, I haven't read anything on that for a while. So, you know, I know, you know, there was plans drawn up and then, you know, we kind of didn't hear anything about that and about trails and this and that and everything else, and
That's kind of more of a wish list, like if this is what this could potentially look like, but it is not, there has not been a public
Okay.
meeting on any of that or design work done.
right, well, just, you know, I just wanted to know your stand before I gave you, you know, where we stand, you know, and like I said, we don't, you know, we understand it's there for people's use and everything and all that, just, you know, a little respect is, you know, what folks are looking for.
Yeah, 100%. If you catch them and you want, you know,
Yeah, Dad,
as,
my mom and dad know, and I told my brothers, you know, give you guys a call.
Yep.
And, you know, and, you know, you've been very understanding with this, and we appreciate it. Like I said, just, you know, this way, everyone's covered and everyone knows where everyone stands.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other public comments? Okay, hearing none, I will ask for a motion to close the public comment period.
Remove.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilwoman Updike and O'Brien. Roll call please, Sam.
Councilmember Dockerty?
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag?
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien?
Yes.
Councilmember Updike?
Yes. We're moving into the consent agenda. All matters listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the governing body and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below.
There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. So is there any issue with the consent agenda as presented? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Doherty. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Roll call, please, Sam.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes,
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
thank you. Approval of vouchers. We're going to have to do them two separately because, Councilwoman Updike, you are recused on the second, so, I'll take a motion for the first claims register.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman, Doherty. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Roll call, please, Sam.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes,
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
thank you. Approval of voucher claims register number 2. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second, John.
Thank you, Councilman John. Roll call, please. Sam?
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes,
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Same.
thank you. Approval of minutes. We have the executive session minutes from March 4th. And council members Updike and Doherty are both ineligible to vote. We have to pull both then, right? Okay, we're gonna have to table both the, actually, all 3 of these because we have 2 ineligible. So do we need a motion to table or
That's fine. You can just
Okay.
carry it to the next meeting.
we will carry the executive session minutes from March 4th and also the regular and executive session minutes from April 8th. On to ordinances, ordinance 953, which is the ordinance of the Borough of Frenchtown, County of Hunterdon, State of New Jersey, repealing chapter 4-5 of the Borough Code titled Filming Permit and replacing with a new chapter 4-5 also titled Filming Permit, authorizing filming within borough limits. And this is for adoption. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Thank you, Bill. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Hannah. Roll call, please, Sam.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Ordinance number 554, regulating the salary and wage for borough employees for 2026, and this is for adoption. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh,
John Corbett.
give it to John. Okay.
Second, John.
Thank you, Councilman Doherty. Roll call, please, Sam.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Ordinance number 955, providing for the Creek Road Improvement Project by and in the Borough of Frenchtown in the County of Hunterdon, State of New Jersey, the Borough, appropriating $410,000 therefore, including a grant from the State of New Jersey Department of Transportation and authorizing the issuance of $214,582 in bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the costs. And this is for adoption. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilwoman Updike. Is there a second?
Second, John.
Thank you, Councilman Doherty. Roll call, please, Sam.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Ordinance number 956, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits to establish a cap bank. And that is for adoption. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilwoman Updike. Roll call, please, Samantha.
Councilmember Doherty.
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolutions 2026-94. It is a budget amendment.
Before you call for a motion on that, let me address
Would you,
the.
perfect, thank you.
You've had the public hearing on the 2026 municipal budget. You've also adopted the cap ordinance, which is part of the municipal budget. The municipal budget was sent down to Trenton after it was adopted at the beginning of April. The Department of Community Affairs had some very minor changes to the budget and requested that there be a budget amendment. The sum and substance of it is a $3,000 change approximately. That does not trigger a new public hearing. So you can amend the budget now and adopt it as changed without the need to have a further public hearing. I will read the resolution just so that it is part of the minutes. And because I'm required to.
Thank you.
Resolution 2026-95, resolution to amend 2026 budget. Whereas the local municipal budget for the year 2026 was approved on the 8th day of April 2026. And whereas a public hearing on said budget has been held as advertised. And whereas it is the desire to amend said approved budget. Now therefore be resolved by the Common Council of the Borough of Frenchtown, County of Hunterdon, that the following amendments to the approved budget in 2026 be made. This is a change to the current fund, general appropriations, appropriations within cap fire department, fire hydrant service from $36,000 to $36,060. Total operations within the caps, $1,838,350 to $1,835,000, $35,410. So there's the change. The second item is on deferred charges and statutory expenditures, municipality within caps. There was on the deferred charges an over expenditure of a grant. And that is going from $0 to $2,940. So total deferred charges and statutory expenditures are from $159,974.71, and that's a change to $162,934.71. Your total general appropriations are $2,886,272.08. That's the old number. The new total appropriation for 2026 is 2 million, which is the same.
It's the
The
same.
balance is $2,806,272.08. So that is the amendment. As you can see, it's minor. It's less than or about $3,000. And it is as a result of the review by the state of your budget. That's not unusual that the Department of Community Affairs will review municipal budgets and make changes. You're fortunate in this case that it's not a substantive change requiring a new public hearing.
Yeah, and the appropriations are exactly the
The
same figure.
appropriations are the same.
Right. Thank you for that clarification, Albert. So, we have the, resolution for vote. Is there a motion to support the budget amendment?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilwoman Updike. Samantha, roll call, please.
Councilmember Doherty,
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag,
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien,
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Thank you. Resolution 2026-96 is the 2026 municipal budget, and that is for adoption
As amended.
as amended. Again, with the appropriations being exactly the same. Is there any discussion on the adoption? And if not, I will take a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second, John.
Thank you, Councilman Doherty. Roll call, please, Sam.
Councilmember Doherty,
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag,
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien,
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-97, authorizing emergency procurement for wastewater treatment plant temporary aerator and installation pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-6. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman O'Brien. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilwoman Updike. Roll call, please, Samantha.
Councilmember Dockerty,
Yes.
Council President Lee Tag.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Brien.
Yes.
Councilmember Updike.
Yes.
Thank you. We are now moving into council comments and the administrator's report. Do you have any comments, Councilwoman Updike?
Nothing for me this evening.
Okay,
you.
Councilman O'Brien?
I'd like to thank DPW and Kurt who worked on cleaning up the picnic tables in the Frenchtown Borough
Mhm.
Park. Stripped them down and repainted them and things like that.
Speaking of that, I was with him when he called you and
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was happening. And I was at the park the other day when it was happening and I was really excited. So thank you. I will second that. Thank you.
Yeah, we were working on the mulch.
Yeah.
The mulch, oh, yeah.
Oh, the sand.
And the sand. Yeah, the sand is when we made the call. Thank you very much.
That's all I have.
I have no comments this evening, thank you.
You're welcome. I do have some comments. I wanted to give a couple of updates on projects from our borough engineer. The Hilltop project, this project is complete and USDA has approved the final grant and project closeout. So congratulations, we got it all done. Especially want to thank Administrator Dwyer on your efforts to help with getting this done. And the what we're looking for is just an updated sewer connections count, and I think we should be fine there. But thank you for, thank you for all of your efforts to get us to this point. South Washington Street and River Road Improvement Project. This is a project that's been on hold for a while. Awaiting the contractor's paving schedule. The good news is they are going to begin paving the week of May 25th. There were some delays due to deferred winter maintenance. And we are pressing to have the work delivered in an expedited manner to make it happen faster.
And that's a conservative date, so there is a chance it could be sooner. You know how they clear one job, go to the next.
Mhm.
That's something that's out of their control. They're having issues with their asphalt plants. So hopefully be sooner, but that should be the latest.
Okay. Harrison Street, and this is the New Jersey DOT municipal aid grant that was received. The engineering design has been completed and submitted for New Jersey DOT approval. However, the state does not want the borough to advance construction on this project until the Safe Routes to School project is done. So the borough is awaiting final approval for the Safe Routes to School project. So that project can be advanced to construction. And we're working on setting up a meeting with the New Jersey DOT with a goal to get the Safe Routes to School project constructed later this year. And then we'll obtain a 6-month extension for the New Jersey DOT to pave the roads next year. So we are not at risk of losing that aid. We're just having to shift it out a bit. The library improvement project was something that we voted on tonight, and it is several projects under one umbrella have already been concluded. And that includes ADA access at the sidewalk entrance at the exterior of the building, new interior floors, ceiling repairs, HVAC and gutters. And we are looking to finish the project with new interior lighting, sheetrock repairs, and windows. So that was voted on to move forward tonight. So more improvements to come for that. And that is all attached to the library grant that we received from the state. Traffic safety and improvements at Kingwood and Creek. The county has provided funding to the borough to purchase and install 2 new rectangular rapid flashing beacons. We've talked about this in the past. The last report we gave was that we had put the order out for the materials needed to complete this project. We are expecting delivery for May 18th. And upon receipt of those materials, the county will install the signs on behalf of the borough. So once that project is completed, we will obviously let all the residents know and maybe even have a little ribbon cutting ceremony to thank the county for helping us fund that effort. I know, big doings. The county open space grant, we recently received $65,000 from the county to perform additional improvements to Borough Park. These guys were doing the mulching and sand. We are working with the skate park committee. So hopefully we'll have more to report back on that, but we are still moving that grant along. And then Creek Road, we just did the funding ordinance tonight and hoping to commence engineering work. And we'll be bringing a schedule for construction later this year or early next. And then a couple of things, I do want to congratulate Officer David Lugo on completing his 1-year probationary period. So congratulations to Officer Lugo on that milestone. Want to make an announcement about the Frenchtown Farmers Market is kicking off on Saturday, May 23rd at 10 a.m. in Sunbeam Park. Our Memorial Day parade specifics are the cemetery ceremony is at 8 a.m. And then the parade step off is at 10 a.m. from Old Frenchtown Field. The Hunterdon County shredding event is oh, I forgot to write the date down. I want to say it's the last Saturday of May, which is the 30th. At the Route 12 complex from 8 to 11:30 a.m. And finally, encouraging folks to plug into the 250th Hunterdon County parade on June 14th at 2 p.m. on Main Street in Flemington. So that is my report, and I'm going to kick it over to our administrator for his.
Stole a little bit of my thunder,
Oh, really?
but you're more important than I am here, so you.
Sorry. I got my report from Bill Burr.
The only thing that I will mention is, Aqua Luma is this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
That is May 9th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Rain date's May 10th. I really wouldn't expect much, delays in traffic, maybe some more pedestrian traffic on Bridge Street. Most of the event is along the towpath and along, River Road in that area. So just be wary, and if you don't want to be part of it, you might want to stay away from that area.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing I wanted to mention was that Second Street will be closed tomorrow for a gas main right near the church down here. So you'll be able to get to Borough Hall if you want to come here. Obviously, if you live on Second Street, you'll be able to access.
It is,
Yes, you have to come to work, Sam. So
Okay.
but it is May 10th.
But it's May 10th for taxes.
so anybody that needs to get to anything on Second Street will be able to, but it'll be, local traffic only, no through traffic. So that's 7 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay,
Or 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sorry.
yeah, that makes, yeah,
That's
that
it.
makes sense. Thank you. Okay, so now we are going to open up, do I have a motion to open the second public comment?
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, I'm gonna ask that if you're speaking in this public comment, also to limit it to 5 minutes per person. Would anyone like to report anything, ask questions? No? Jane, anything on aging? No?
I think at the council's June meeting, you'll have the age friendly action plan to endorse or approve, or just for the right verb. And we're happy to give some background on that, and also the mayor had suggested that we might want to have one more age friendly mayor's town hall in June, so I'll suggest, I'll look at everyone's calendars to find a date, to do that. Because we'd like to include it in the next newsletter, if we're gonna do it.
So that would be after though, the vote on,
So we can
okay,
update people.
okay, so
Yeah.
just more of like a closeout report back to,
Yeah.
okay,
Exactly.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Just a quick question, Tom, again. What is the vision for Creek Road? What are we looking to do there? We're gonna keep it 1 lane, 2 lane, pave the whole thing, are they widening?
A little bit of widening and pave. That's it.
Pave,
Grading.
are they gonna pave from like Napoli all the way up to where it meets the pavement for the other, or just in the borough?
Anything's in the borough.
Mhm. Good. Any other public comments? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Councilman. Is there a second?
Second. Oh, yeah.
No, it's you this time. You were out of date.
Okay.
Thank you, Councilwoman Updike. All in favor?